Welcome, everyone, to another episode of the Nonsense Podcast. This is your host, Marvin G., together with my wife,
Caroline. I don't know why I feel like I have to sing it every time.
We've been gone for a long... I haven't seen you since the last time that we... Imagine. I haven't seen you since the last time we had our last podcast. Waleska Morales, which, man, talk about influence.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, I'd have to... Well, I'll check while we talk here, but does your microphone still smell like her breath?
I almost smelled it. Ew.
I know.
I should sell it.
You should sell it. Yeah, we have pictures of her
that is
using
so
it.
Funny.
So, yeah, the last time that we were on here was September 1st.
Yeah.
Right? Because no, that's when we recorded it. Then it came out a week later. So it's been at least, it's still been like
a month.
4 weeks since the last time that we did our podcast. But what I wanted to share was that the podcast that we had with Waleska is already the number 1 downloaded episode to date.
It is?
Yeah. So when I first launched my podcast, when it was just me, I had 113 downloads. With Waleska, we got to 262 downloads. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
And then I think the other part that's like really impressive to me is all of the different places where people were listening from. I think I did like a little, what's it called? A reel. But we have people from Sweden. Obviously, we have new places from Guatemala, Ecuador, El Salvador, Peru, new places in Mexico, Honduras. What else do I see on here? Ecuador, I said. Peru, I said. Argentina, Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
Paraguay.
Dang.
Costa Rica, Spain, like new places in Spain too that had not been on here before. I mean, this young lady has influence. Bolivia is on the map. New places in Canada. Obviously, a lot of places in the United States.
Yeah.
The DR, Dominican Republic in here.
Dang.
Talk about influence.
Yeah.
Right?
We should have her back.
We should have her back. Something that I've been contemplating is having like a Spanish. I don't know if you would be into that, but I would definitely. I'm definitely considering it. And yeah, maybe we could do something in Spanish, because when I started to see all of these countries, a lot of them are Spanish.
I know.
Emil San Marcos is technically a Spanish worship team.
Spanish, yeah.
So
is she mainly Spanish? Is she mainly Spanish on her page, or is she English, like speaking English?
She speaks English.
Because when she reposted it, I think she put in Spanish like escucha.
Oh, I don't remember that.
She sent me a screenshot of like that she reposted it, and I think it said like escucha in Spanish. So people are probably like, oh,
yeah.
And then they clicked on it and they're like,
Well, you're gonna have to text her and tell her that we need to do this in Spanish now.
Spanish.
So, anyways, that was the last time that we recorded something.
Saw each other.
Yeah, that was the last time we saw each other, and I feel like a lot has been happening, but not really. Does that make sense? Like, we finally finished the month-long. I don't know. I didn't mean to say it like that. It's like we did so much work and effort into celebrating our 25th anniversary, and now it's over. Like, it literally just finished last Sunday.
Yeah,
because this Sunday is like back to normal schedule.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And then we're in October. That's crazy.
And that's the other thing. We're now in fall. October is just around the corner. The girls are finally in their theater. Did we talk about that last time? We said that they were gonna audition.
Maybe.
But I don't think we talked about. Yeah, because they just got the parts not too long ago.
Yeah, well, they made it into the Good Man Charlie Brown showcase, and so they are like full swing rehearsals. Friday, Saturday, they have class on Monday, so that's gonna consume us for the next 8 weeks until like mid-November. So
that's when it starts, right? November.
Well, the shows start in November, but everything ends like November 17th or something.
So yeah, that's definitely keeping us busy. I feel like we were just slammed. It felt like, and now it's just kind of like okay, we get some time bored to breathe now. Just kidding. And I think that's why now we're able to do the podcast again.
I know. Like today we were here at home.
Well, remember, it's because, okay, so we launched the merch for our church, Casa del Padre. But then, like, you started really looking into doing things on our own. Right. And that was really taking a lot of time.
Yeah.
But so far, there have been pretty good results.
I want to believe, yeah. And so on my spare time, quote unquote, I was making shirts. So I was taking orders from people online or like personal orders and then making merch for the church still. So like, yeah, it just consumed me.
And we want to be able to show off.
I still have orders I have to do for this Sunday, by the way. But yeah, you know what I noticed, and this is really bad, is like I like to procrastinate.
Yeah, me too.
But no. I don't know how good you are at it, but I am like good at it. Like for example, yesterday I was supposed to translate that tema that, you know, did I do it? No.
Oh, I thought you did.
Yeah, no. Why? Because part of me wants to wait for my dad to be like, where's the tema? And then I'm going to like get it done way faster than me. It takes me like 3 days to like want to try to translate it. And as soon as he asks me for it, like I will get it to him in hours. And these shirts, I had all week to work on them.
Yeah, we definitely had a good week to get caught up on stuff.
Yeah. Why am I waiting till the day before Sunday? To scramble.
You know why? No, I know why. Because you like that rush.
Yeah. Like,
right?
I like for my heart to be racing.
Yeah. And be like, you like that adrenaline.
Yeah.
You should go skydiving.
Yeah, I would love to. And I definitely, like I'm thinking like I could have gone today to the store. But no. What did I tell you? I'm going to wait till tomorrow and watch. Like, I have a pop-up tomorrow. Annie has a game. Like, there's
so much to do tomorrow.
There's things to do tomorrow.
Tomorrow's not the day that you want to get caught up on shirts, and that's the day that you chose.
So, I have a problem. I really do have a problem. But, yeah, I came to the conclusion that I like that feeling of, like, you know, like, oh, my gosh, I have to do this.
That rush.
Yeah.
And I think that's why
I don't think it's good for me though, but
that's why I've always said that I feel that I work better under pressure. Like it doesn't necessarily mean that I do procrastinate, but what I mean is I like when we're under intense pressure and there's a lot going on, and I feel like that's when
you do
work
do
the
good.
best.
Yeah.
And that's probably that same rush that you like.
Yeah, but I've always been like this. Like I remember in school, like I would wait till the night before to write papers.
Oh, God.
Or read.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, no, like I sucked at school, but because of the same reason that I would just wait till, like, what time is the deadline? Midnight? Okay, let me start, like, you know? So, I know there's not a lot of people that like that, but I don't know. It's, I don't think it's good for me, but yeah, here we are.
So, kind of switching gears a little bit, I was listening to, and it's funny the way that it pops into my head because it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Oh my gosh. But, you know, we all listen to podcasts, right?
Yeah.
And I've heard of this comedian for some time already. Her name is Nikki Glazer. I don't know if you've heard of her. No. She's this, you know, blonde, tall girl, lady, chick. And she's a comedian, and she's funny, but I mean, she cusses a lot, and they're definitely not appropriate. Ooh, no. But I knew about her because of all these roasts that they do. And recently they did a roast of Tom Brady, and she was on there, whatever. So I don't know how.
Hold on. The dog just came out where the rabbit is licking her lips.
What?
I think the bathroom door is open.
Oh, God.
Okay. Anyway.
So our dog ate the rabbit. Stay tuned. She looks pretty satisfied and full.
Does she have feather on her?
I can't tell.
Okay.
Wait, should we pause it?
Let me go check.
Hold on, everyone. Like, I'm actually not going to pause it. Like, I'm going to keep talking about this because...
It is like a little hair.
Oh, gosh. So we have a rabbit. His name is Oliver. And he just sits in the bathroom. And right now we've opened up the cage so that he can just roam throughout the restroom. And sometimes we forget to close. We have 2 doors. One door leads into the toilet shower, and then there's another door outside of that there's still another door where like the sink is, and we have all the other stuff.
Oh my god!
And we let him roam in that area, and sometimes we forget to close the door to let anyone in, so he doesn't get out into the living room. And the dog came out of our room feeling kind of looking sheepish, and it looked like she had some fuzz on her face.
Like hair on her.
So we just want to make sure that he's still alive, and he is. He's fine and well.
He's fine and well.
So anyhow, what I was saying is there's a comedian. Her name is Nikki Glazer. And I don't know how it popped up on my
search.
No, on my oh my God, what am I doing?
Page?
Where I listen to podcasts. Like I listen to Dan Patrick. Yeah, there you go. I listen to the Dan Patrick show. That's literally the only podcast that I listen to. I just started listening to another like fantasy one because I'm into fantasy football. But then this one popped up and I was like, oh, I know who she is. She's funny. Let me listen to what she's saying. Boy. And yeah, it's funny. And she and her team, like everybody that's part of her team and is a part of this podcast, they're all on the left-hand side of things. So they are very vocal about, voting for Kamala Harris and, everything. The big thing is a woman's choice. My body, my choice, right? Yeah. And one of the things that she was talking about, and I was just like dumbfounded by what she was saying, because at some point, like it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of these people like that have those types of opinions, I feel like at times they're not making much sense, or they can become contradictory, right? But anyhow, they were talking about like, abortion saves lives. Okay, it saves one person's life, right? The person that's carrying, but there's still another life that's ending.
Yeah.
And then they were talking about, how Republicans don't care about our environment, and how, we think that what do they call it right now? The global warming is all like Republicans don't believe in that. They don't think that that's true. But here there's, forests that are being cut down because of that, and all of these organisms that we need to protect because they're a life form. Exactly. But yet, when it comes to an actual life form, and yes, both are life, but when we're talking about life, then it's like, no. And so it just, I was listening to it and she just stopped being funny anymore, because I was just like thinking about and meditating on like, man, like how do you get that extreme about life? Like thinking that it's okay. Like I heard another comedian, I don't even know his name, but I saw it on TikTok, where this guy was like, hey, like if I was going to make a cake, right? So I mix all of the ingredients, I put it in the oven. Somebody comes, grabs that oven or grabs the thing out of the oven and throws it on the ground. You would say, hey, like, why did you do that to my cake? Because it was going to become a cake, right?
Right.
But same thing in with a baby. Like, hey, it was going to become a born child. That doesn't make it not a child or a baby, you know? So anyways, the only reason I brought all of this is because obviously
it has nothing to do with procrastination.
It has nothing to do with procrastination. Okay. And like, we're getting closer to November, which is the elections. And I hope everyone is, praying about what is going to happen, good or bad. And
like we can't tell you who to vote for.
We can't tell you who to vote for,
anyway.
Trump. But no, we can't tell you who to vote for. And that's not the point of all this. My point is just...
because this is not a political...
It's not a political podcast. I'm actually going to start a political podcast if you want to come listen to it. But it's mainly just for you to know that November is just around the corner. And if you haven't done your homework yet, you should do your homework and have the Holy Spirit guide you how you should vote.
I think definitely yeah. And on the neighborhood app, that's like my social media right now. The neighborhood app. People are getting like prepared, but again, like that sense of fear is like creeping in. I don't know, maybe not creeping in, but like it's there. And it's I how do I say it? Like we really don't know like what's gonna happen, but truly only God knows. And I think we just need to remember that no matter what, we're standing on the rock, right? And when I see these people post about, stocking up their stuff and left or right, like it's kind of sad. At first, I think like, what's wrong? Like, are we unprepared? Like, what do we need to do? Because we're not prepared whatsoever for anything.
I think that's a good point. Yeah.
Anything. But then there's those that take it to the whole other extreme, like, but.
By prepared, you mean like having a gun, right? Just kidding. Which we've talked about.
Yeah.
And I'm more open. I was the one that was always against it.
Yeah.
And I'm a little more open to it now. I think it's just it's so intense that this piece of machinery, equipment can end somebody's life if crazy. You're not careful with it, or if you don't know how to use it. And I think that's the big thing. It's just knowing how to use it, knowing how to lock it up, knowing how to keep it safe, and then teaching your kids too, I think, right?
I wouldn't tell the girls.
Really?
I feel like they wouldn't.
They'd be scared, huh? Or they'd be nervous about it?
I feel like they'd be like, because a lot of people associate guns with bad.
Yeah, violence.
Violence, so I probably wouldn't tell them and just, pray we never have to use it. But
I definitely do wonder on both sides, like you said, like depending on who wins, like it's like I feel like it's not going to go well on either side.
Right. I think.
But I feel like if Trump wins, it's going to be worse.
No. Well, here's the thing. I feel like if Trump wins, or
when
Trump wins, the left side, they just get messy. What are they going to do? Like, go destroy downtown Portland?
They already tried to kill him twice.
But they get messy. They destroy things. Trump supporters, they will kill people.
Will they?
I don't know.
They haven't tried to kill any of
but like, how do I say it? Like, you want all those freaking countryside people to come with their rifles? Like, those are the people that, I don't know. I think from both sides, it can get. But here's the thing. Like, I think Trump supporters are more. Well, I don't know. There are some crazy ones out there.
I think Trump supporters are more prone to defend themselves against any threat, even if it means ending someone's life. And I feel like on the other side, they're prone to starting a riot because they didn't get what they wanted.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I feel. But anyhow, like we said, this is not a political
we're going
podcast.
In deep here.
So we're going to
lose some followers.
We're going to move away from this topic. But it was just something that, like, again, the whole podcast thing, like, I heard it. And it was just like, oh, my gosh, like, what is the condition of the world right now? Like, I think that's the thing, is like where we are more concerned about our dogs' rights and being humane to them than an actual fetus, an actual baby, like a life form that's growing inside of someone. And it's crazy.
Let's talk about Diddy.
Okay. Okay. You want to open that kind of worm? Sure. Let's talk about it.
I don't really know.
This is the conspiracy theory podcast.
Okay. So before Wednesday.
Okay. You're not on social media.
No. Okay. So let me tell you the social media I have.
Hold on. Hold on. All right. Sorry about that, guys. So
okay.
We think that our children are asleep. And so we are like, yeah, let's do our podcast. And then off in the distance, I hear, Daddy. So I go in there. I'm like, Eliana, please go to sleep. And you know why she hadn't gone to sleep yet?
The door was open.
Because her drawer was not closed all the way and the stool was in there. So now that I got that out, she turned her over and I'm sure she's going to go to sleep.
Oh, my God. The other day she was calling me and I was in the bathroom and I can hear her like on the monitor. And I go in there. I was like, what happened? Can you close my closet?
Yeah, she doesn't like those. Yeah, it's weird.
Anyway.
All right, okay, Diddy, so you were saying because you don't have social media.
Okay, so I have the Next Door app.
What is that?
It's like a neighborhood It's a neighborhood thing.
Does the neighborhood app talk about Diddy?
No.
Oh, okay.
They talk about like some people go off on those like things that bug them, man. Like lost cats. Like somebody had a whole like rant on like why are so many cats outside? It was crazy. Anyway, but on our business page, literally we follow just like small businesses and I try to sign in there at least once a day. But there's no other information. There's no news. There's no nothing. So unless I'm like searching this, I don't know.
Right.
So on Wednesday, we had people over and then it was brought up, hey, did you hear what happened? Why are you smelling your mic?
Stop. Go. Uh-huh.
Anyway, so this is all new to me. So obviously now I'm curious. Like, so I did a Google search, but you know how Google is. Like there's so much. I don't even know what's true, what's not true.
Everything started because Diddy used to date this girl named Cassie.
Okay.
Do you remember her?
No.
No? She had a really famous song. Anyways.
Okay.
They were dating and he beat her like years ago. Like we're talking years ago. He beat her and I think she finally came out and said like sued him or something. And then
like recently sued him?
Yeah. So then Diddy, maybe he beat her recently. I don't know. The point is that he had paid the hotel to make the video disappear because it was on video, on their hotel video. And I think TMZ doubled what he paid so that they can get the video and they put it out there. And he is beating her.
And it's him.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. Like she's on the ground and he's like kicking her. Like it's disgusting. It is not something.
Wait, and it's out there.
Yeah, it's out there. You can, I'm sure if you Google it, you can see it. So I think that's what started everything. And then from there, like I don't know the timeline or all of the facts either, but I know that because of that, then they started like looking into him and then more allegations started coming out. And then there was a lot of talk about like some rapper Meek Mill who I've heard of, but I don't know his music. He's just a rapper.
I don't know his music.
And supposedly him and Diddy like did stuff. And apparently like Usher and Justin Bieber were all involved in that. Like I saw a really disturbing video in the sense, like it's not graphic in the sense that you see anything, but you see Justin Bieber and this football player, Odell Beckham.
Okay.
And you can tell they're drunk, high, whatever.
Jumping.
Like their eyes are gone. Like,
oh man.
And they're at a party and somebody is focusing in on this guy, Odell Beckham. And then they focus down and Justin Bieber comes up and like puts his face in the camera. And again, like it's all speculation because you can't really see anything, thank God. But it's a very compromising video of Justin Bieber down on his knees.
Yeah.
And as soon as the camera focused on them, you can see Odell pick up Justin Bieber and just kind of he didn't want to look at like something was going on.
Yeah.
And then people start bringing up lyrics that Justin Bieber would sing in his songs, like I didn't know this would cost me. I was at a Diddy party, like just.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and I guess you hear something and you don't really think much of it. Well, I mean, number one, I don't listen to Justin Bieber. Like I used to listen to him when he first
like
came
his
out,
Christmas album,
which we're gonna start playing very soon. But yeah, like I was never like a Justin Bieber fan per se.
Yeah.
But I remember that.
Well, it's because there was like such a huge change with him when he was young, and then all of a sudden he just became whatever he turned into, and like he went to a bad place. Well,
and that's some of the things that they're highlighting now that you can see when Justin Bieber was just this sweet innocent kid that's trying to start his career, and him and Usher, and then Diddy comes around and like things takes switched on a different, and then he's tattooed, he's into drugs, he's drinking, and now like there's been there's been a lot of resurfacing things. And I was listening to Candace Owens. You know who that is? I love listening to her.
She's amazing.
She's great. But she was talking about like, it just makes sense that, Diddy got married. He was going to church. He was having like breakdowns, like randomly.
Diddy?
No. Justin Bieber.
Oh, Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. And that her speculation is that, like he was having to come to Jesus moments in accepting his past. And again, this is all speculation. There's no facts to it, but it just makes sense, obviously, that, like, why would he have all these meltdowns? Why would he have, like, he was seen crying outside of church a lot. And well, I mean, I think about my life, and when I thought of things that like it would make me feel ashamed, and that's probably what he was dealing with. But this is,
because it was even so, some of the, like, in the Google search I did, like, it brought up like Justin Bieber and then like Will Smith, and like how his kids were also involved in a lot of similar things that you're saying with his Jaden. Is it Jaden?
Yeah, and Jaden's out there now too.
Like, and because then he turned and he came out saying he was gay, and his dad was like how could they do this to me? But now it's like tying back to all of this.
Yeah.
That he was also involved in the whole scandal or whatever. But there was an interview that they like posted about Justin and like a while ago where he was saying like, I never thought it would be this way, and that he just wanted to protect the younger artist. But it's just, I mean, so now like where does everything stand? As far as
so here's the thing that they're not just bringing up charges about him. So I was looking up some information real quick, and this whole thing with Cassie happened in 2018, so a few years back. But she just filed a lawsuit against him in 2023, so in November 2023, so almost a year ago. But so this is now what's happening is that they're accusing him not just of like or beating her, but now like sexual assault and sex trafficking now. So basically, what that means is that obviously he made women available, or men, for whoever, and that's the part where it's like, oh God, like.
And then there's like, there was like, there's a bunch of different things that are saying like there's like a list of celebrities that were involved, like Beyonce, Jay-Z.
Every top celebrity. Even Trump was known to be at one of them.
Well, there's like Bishop T.D. Jakes came out of one of those lists.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
I mean, again, like how do we know, right? Oprah, like all these people that it's like, what the heck?
So so here's the thing, and this is the thing that there's two things. One, I don't necessarily think that everyone that's going to be tied to one of his parties necessarily had anything to do with sex trafficking or drugs or what, all of the above. I don't know, right? So, but I want to believe, I guess, is that not everybody that is coming out was associated. Yeah. But you know how they say like guilty by association?
Of course.
Like I can be hanging out with drug dealers and not do anything, but the fact that I'm seen with them, everyone's going to assume that I did it too.
Yeah.
So, so that's one thing. The next thing is that everyone is saying that either this is distracting us from something bigger. So
like the election?
Yeah, but I feel like yes and no. Yes and no. But I feel it's more like there's a lot of names on these lists of people that they're just trying now to just pin it on this guy now, on Diddy. Because I feel like he's going to take the rap for everyone, or he's going to end up dead. Seriously. Like, it's crazy. Like, did you ever hear this name, Jeffrey Epstein?
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Super rich guy, too. He had his own island, like a private island. And there's a lot of people that, like, the only way to get on there was obviously to fly. So every time that a flight left to there was a flight log. And on those flight logs, there's a lot of famous people, too. Like Clinton, I think Trump also. Just a lot of rich people, like one of the what do you call them, the princes of England or whatever.
Okay,
I forgot his name, one of the older guys. But anyway, so he was in prison and he had names, obviously, and then all of a sudden he committed suicide.
Oh yeah.
Which, from the evidence and I watched this documentary on Netflix. It doesn't sound like it was suicide. It sounds more like somebody got involved to shut him out because of the information that he has. And I feel like that's the same thing that's going to happen with Diddy. Like, you know, he has so many names. Yeah, he knows too much that all these people obviously don't want their name out there. So he's probably going to take the fall, or they're going to make him
disappear
also. Yeah. So it's crazy, man. Like, yeah, like all because he beat somebody up and she finally had the guts to come out and say something.
No, and it's never just one person. I mean, most of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not just one person. Yeah. Then it's like, oh, she did it. Somebody else gets the guts to do it, and then...
Oh, no, and that's the new thing now, is that there's supposedly new women that have come forward. There's a new lawsuit that they're looking into now. Gosh. And, yeah, it's just... I don't know what's going to happen. And
has he said anything? Has he come out and said anything? No, what is he going to say?
Well, initially, when the video came out of him beating Cassie, he apologized, and, yeah, he took, I guess, responsibility over it. I don't remember his exact words. I just remember the video of him acknowledging it and taking accountability, I guess. But obviously,
because there's some pictures that were on, you know, like on Google or whatever.
Yeah.
Those people are like completely like lost. Like you could tell they were all under some influence. They were even like J-Lo was there in some of those pictures. This was years ago though. There was like this other girl that I guess she died.
Oh, that was his kid's mom. Okay, that's another thing.
What's her name?
Williams. No.
With an A. Something with an A.
Yeah.
Aaliyah?
No. That's somebody else. I know who you're talking about, Aaliyah. Okay. She used to be a singer too. Yeah. She died really young.
Okay, so they're saying that well, whatever I read was this tied to that? Because there's some pictures there where she, like, they're basically carrying her around at these parties because she was just so drugged up, like so out of it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay.
Anyway, so then she died young in a crash, no?
Yeah.
In an airplane crash. And one of the like forums was saying like she was so out of it that she didn't even like feel anything when the plane died when the plane crashed. But obviously, yeah.
Well, the one that I was thinking of was Kim Porter. That's the name of his ex, who is the mother of his children.
Okay.
And they were also saying that she was about to come out with a book, and all of a sudden she died of something that she never had before, and she died of it. And now that book has resurfaced and they're actually publishing it. And it's supposed to drop like more information into what was going on. I'm telling you, man, like conspiracy theories are crazy because like people that have power and money are capable of doing anything. A lot of things and making things disappear because they don't want their image to get
disturbed.
So anyways, that's the Diddy news. I'll keep you updated, guys. No, I'm just kidding. We're not.
I'm sure everybody knows, but dang, it's sad, honestly.
It really is, man. And I do feel compassion for JB, as I like to call him, Justin Bieber, because if the speculation is true that, he did a lot of things that he regretted. Again, off of this video, I saw like, it's a very compromising video, and it's like, man, like what the heck is he doing? But again, like you see him and he's evil. Like you can tell they're all like on something. And then, I feel bad for him. And I hope that, he did have a come to Jesus moment. And I hope that him breaking down was just coming to terms with what had happened and, feeling the repentance. And I hope that, he's good. He's a dad now, and I hope that this, changes him for the better, for the better. And we'll see what, if anything else comes out of this.
Man.
So, yeah, it's crazy stuff, man. But.
Well, okay. That was a lot to
unpack, right? Yeah. And we didn't even get into like full details, but yeah, there's a lot going on there. So we'll see what happens. All right, guys. Well, again, we just wanted to touch base. Oh, what I did?
What?
I bought another microphone.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, so now we have 3 microphones. I haven't tried it out just yet, but after we had the interview with Waleska, like it was a little hard with just the 2 mics. Yeah, because she had her own mic, obviously, and then we both couldn't have a conversation with her because we had to share the microphone.
So we were like going back.
Yeah, just going back and forth. I don't know if you guys noticed that, but it was a little challenging. So I brought another microphone, and I definitely want to have somebody on.
Now we're gonna invite her back.
Yeah, now we're gonna invite her back. Yeah, just her. But no, now I want to have somebody come on. Hopefully for the next episode, and I'm hoping that we can get back on track now. And
yeah, that'd be cool.
And do it on a weekly basis, or at least a bi-weekly basis. But definitely, I mean, we're doing really good doing it weekly.
I think it's possible. We just have to make it a priority.
Yeah. So, last thing, final thought. Why are you rolling your eyes? You don't even know what I'm going to talk about.
No, but like we're trying to wrap it up, and you're.
But it's just like, okay, we'll just wrap it up then.
Well, no, now you can't leave them on the edge of their seat.
Well, what were we talking about tonight as a family?
Tomorrow's plan.
We're talking about the Powerball and how there is a lot of money to win.
Yeah.
And we don't play the Powerball, but it's always nice to talk about like, oh, what would you do? What would you know? And the kids are like thinking like, oh my God, I would want this. What, to you guys listening, what do you envision if money was no object? Yeah. Like, do you envision your home? Do you envision like where you would want to travel? Do you envision your debt going away? Like, what do you envision? And for us, it was just nice to have a conversation about, oh my God, like, you know, this is what we would do. This is what we would buy. This is where we would go. Like, this is how the church would benefit from this. Like, but at least it got the wheel spinning. Now, when money comes into our hands, it's like, okay, we know what we want to do with it and how to use it. And I feel like sometimes that's one of the things that's preventing a blessing like that to come in your way, because you don't have a plan for it. You don't have a vision of what it looks like, or you don't have, So anyways, my thing that I wanted to end with was for all of you listening, like, if money was no object, what would change in your life? Like, I would still keep working at Amazon.
Yeah, you would.
I would, just because I feel like I would need that.
Yeah.
But, you know, we were able to, like, the girls are so excited about, what they see. But what do you guys see? Like, how would this change your life? Obviously for the good. You know, how much debt would you be able to cancel? Like, what does your house look like? Yeah. Like, the point of this is for you to imagine, for you to dream, and for you to have a plan so that when this happens, you know what to do.
Right.
So that's what I wanted to end with tonight. And yeah, guys, stay tuned. Thank you again for listening. We're back. I feel like every so often we have to remind everyone that we're still here. It was nice to see you again, finally. Right? Thanks
for inviting me.
Yeah. And I think that's it, right? We didn't have anything else that we needed to say. No, that's it, man. All right. All right, guys. God bless you. Go follow up on all the Diddy news so we can talk about it.
Wait.
Oh my God, we finished watching another show. We didn't talk about that. We always talk about the shows that we watch.
Okay, wait. While we're not like posting new content with podcasts, like, are you still running the page, or is that like on?
It's there, but
so you're not like actively running it.
No.
So people do feel like we're just not there.
Well, here's the thing. Like, even when you post, like, you don't get a lot of interactions. So I feel like people that are listening to a podcast don't necessarily. Yeah, I don't know. We would have to strategize, but I haven't put anything on there for a while.
Okay.
So yeah. But yeah, you can follow us on Instagram.
Well, I mean, for a while.
The Nonsense Podcast.
We got to work on that. Like, let's just like have it going, you know?
Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll have to figure out what we're going to do with it. But go watch Selling Sunset. We watched that. So much freaking drama. It's so dumb. It's so dumb, but like, there we are freaking glued binging on it.
Yeah, let's not recommend them to watch that.
All right, so just forget that I said that. And then what else? We started watching Georgina.
I like
third episode. I like it because of Ronaldo.
He comes out more in it this time.
Definitely, and the fact that he's been in a different country now, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, that's
it's
cool.
like, dang, like, what is life like there over there? Yeah, because it's a culture shock.
For them, it's the same.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Like, for them, with the money that they have, like, okay, if they don't feel comfortable, then we'll just bring in whatever we need for comfort.
The people, yeah, that's. That's crazy, huh?
Yeah. But what are you guys watching? Let me know. Send us a video, a message. No, don't send us a video. Send us a message and let us know what you're watching. All right, guys, for real. We're out of here.
All right.
Have a good one. Good night.
Have a good week.
See you later. Bye.